I'm going to give you an unbelievably useful piece of advice for your life right now. I like to write things down and I listen to a lot of YouTube videos. I see a lot of videos. I'm a reader. I read a lot of books. And whenever I get a golden nugget piece of information, I have a document on my computer and I open up that document and I've called the document my motivation collection. It's not even all motivation. Some of it is advice, some of it is sales tips, some of it is business tips, some of it is creativity tips. But I write all these little quotes in there and I try and read it frequently. And anytime I come across a good one, I put it on that document. And there's this one nugget of information on there that I've wanted to elaborate on for a long, long time. And I wrote down, have more stories. Tell more stories. And I've been thinking on this and meditating on what this means. Have you ever gone into a room and there's just one person is just standing out as the most interesting person? They've always got something to say. They've always got something to talk about. And you're just feeling so bland. Did you ever notice that that person is full of stories? You're laughing, you're intrigued, you're wondering what's going to happen next. Storytelling is a skill. And when I started this video, instead of just coming on here and saying, I have a piece of advice, and that piece of advice is, you need to tell more stories. I started by saying, I have a document on my computer, and I read books, and then I write down in the document. And this one thing, I started with painting a picture. Whenever you're sharing anything with anyone, you can just share the thing. You can share the tip. You can share the fact. But if you put a story behind it, it has so much more meaning. That's why films resonate with us, because there's a story that accumulates into a message. That's why books have so much meaning to us. Even people that play these video games and love them for the storylines. It's all about the story. And so how can you become the most important person or interesting person in a room, in a situation, is have stories to tell. And this doesn't come naturally to everyone. Some people are natural storytellers. They're super charismatic. And for you, that might feel forced. But there's something you can do. And that's to create your own story archive. Interesting things that have happened to you in your life. You ever fear you're going to forget all those things? They're always there in your subconscious, but you're like, oh, that was so funny. I gotta remember that story more. I gotta tell that story more. Literally create a document. Call it your personal story archive. And write down all the moments in your life that were funny. All the moments in your life that were that taught you something special. All the moments in your life where something happened, but there was an unexpected twist and it's shocking. Create these stories and write them down and remember them and get used to telling them. And that will not only make you a more interesting person in casual conversations, make you more likable, make you more intriguing because you show the depth of who you are as a person. One of the biggest issues with society today is people are so bland in their interactions. Everyone says they hate small talk. Everyone says, I hate just saying hey, how are you? Good. How are you? Good. Everyone says, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. But that one person that you can go deeper, you can share something, you can share an experience. All of a sudden, it creates depth behind that facade. And if it doesn't come naturally to you, it's okay, friend. Have that document where you write your stories, start to collect them. You're going to start to remember all these crazy things that used to happen to you. Write these funny things down as they come up. And when naturally in conversation, it feels like a good time to bring out a story, pull out that story and tell it. And all of a sudden there's meaning, there's experience, there's joy, there's sadness, there's surprise. There's deeper things to share with others. They can connect you on higher levels. And this doesn't only go with storytelling and, chit-chat day to day. This translates into sales. If you're making business sales, if you can tell a belief-breaking story, if you can see someone's pain points and highlight those, and then tell a story that breaks the beliefs that held them stuck to those pain points, and show them the other side. That's a story. We just tell stories to break beliefs in order to sell things, in order to inspire transformation. Do you ever see like someone that shares like their fitness story and their fitness journey, and they were once really out of shape and really struggling with exercise and nutrition. And then on the other side of that, they've shared the story of struggle and perseverance. And you see the result? It's the story that moves people. And it doesn't always have to be a big transformational story. It doesn't have to be a belief-breaking sales story. It doesn't have to be a business built around a story brand. You can use this just to bring up more funny things to talk about. You can make interactions more exciting. You can inspire people to tell stories of their own. And it's okay if you shut that side of yourself off until now. If you've buried those stories away because you just don't think you're that interesting. Well, I'll tell you what, friend, you are. You're as worthy as anyone to share your experiences. And you can do that. And you should do that. And if it doesn't come naturally, make that story archive document. Write down some stories. Practice being brave and pulling them out and see how your interactions change. See how people laugh. See how people smile. See how people are shocked. See how they're more interested. And don't always make it about yourself, but ask others. Well, that happened to me. What's the craziest thing that happened to you last week? Ask better questions. All this ties together into becoming a more excited, rounded person, experiencing life, not just existing, but experiencing and reflecting on those experiences and sharing it with others and pouring yourself out into the world. And if you like my version of that on this channel, you can hit that subscribe button, and I'll continue to do that and share more of that with you here as well. All right, now go tell your story.